Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Trae Bryant, junior guard from Wilmington, North Carolina, who had the game-winning bucket to win the conference tournament for OCU this past week. And Trae, against John Brown, you had the go-ahead bucket, 4.5 seconds left. Take us through what happened on that play.
All right, well, with the timeout right before, Coach subbed me in because I'm a liability on defense right now. So he subbed me in and was like, go get a bucket. So we brought the ball to the court. And really, my first thing wasn't even like the score. It was more like try to hit the open man because we had shooters coming off baseline screens. But Elijah's man ended up, which was like ended up being like the rim protector, he ended up chasing them out the way. And once I seen that, I was like, it's a wide open lane. So I just went in there, got the layup. And I mean, that's one of the easiest layups I think I've gotten in a while. So it just happened to be a game winner.
You were also named to the all-tournament team based on your play through the 3 games in the tournament. What went into your performance for the entire week?
I mean, I really wasn't trying to do anything, exciting. I was really just trying to play my role. You know, coming off injuries, I was really just trying to play solid out there. And, I mean, he got me on the all-tournament team, so I'm thankful for that. JBU
is a team that you guys have had success against 3 times this year, and they've been one of the top 2 teams in the conference throughout the year. What is the key to playing against John Brown?
Man, they set so many screens. Their offense is crazy. I mean, so we do a good job prepping before the games. And, I mean, we got bailed out a couple times with some missed shots, but it's hard for them to guard us, and it's hard to guard them. But I think we we've found a way to win those 3. There were 3 good games, too. We came on top.
You spent time at the University of Maine and also in junior college as well. How did your experiences before coming here prepare you to play here at OCU?
I mean, college basketball is college basketball. It doesn't matter what level you're at. I mean, so every school I've been to, I learned little things and then took them into my next year. And then I think that just helped me grow as a player either way. So OCU got the best Trae Bryant they could get as of right now. Just wait till you get a healthier one, and then it'll be fun.
Your cousin played here last year, right? Yep. Camage was a big player for OCU last season. What did he tell you about the school before you got here? And he's been at some games this year. What does he continue to talk to you about?
First thing, it was just more a relationship with coaches, and that's the biggest thing that I pressed on. He said Coach V was a good dude, and I mean, he didn't lie. I mean, it was a good thing. That's the first thing I look for anyway, before a type of offense or anything like that. So that was my main thing. And then once I came on my visit, got to know him a little better, and then we went over film and stuff, I just knew it was a good place to be.
Anything else particularly that brought you here to OCU?
Honestly, Rydell really helped me. I'm not gonna lie. He told me that because me and him, we lived 2 similar lives, and he said he had no problem living out here. So that helped me mentally to come out here as well. So.
What's your major here?
Broadcasting.
So what kind of career plans do you have for yourself?
Man, I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, if the basketball thing doesn't work, hopefully I could follow Andy Gibson's footsteps.
All right, that's Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Trae Bryant. You can follow the stars on OCUsports.com.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to men's basketball coach Vinay Patel. The Stars are coming off of a win in the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament and coached the championship game of the conference tournament. JBU, another back-and-forth affair. In fact, you guys erased an 11-point deficit in that game to win. What went into your team's performance that game?
Effort. You know, that was the third game of the week, and you know, we came off a very emotional game on Friday in our semifinal game against Panhandle, and I told them, hey, for me as a coach, all I can do at this stage is lend you experience, and I told them if we're going to win the game, it was going to be based off of effort. And I thought over the course of the whole week throughout the tournament, it was the hardest I've seen us play as far as chasing loose balls and making hustle plays, taking charges, doing things that don't show up in the stat sheet. And I really thought the level of effort that our team played with throughout the tournament was what gave us the chance to be there, and eventually I thought it's what capped it off for us.
Friday's game against Panhandle State, that was a team that had beaten you twice during the regular season. It was a wild one, and Elijah Chrisman with the go-ahead three-pointer with about 28 seconds left. Elijah, it took him 5 halves to miss a 3 in the conference tournament. So what was the Panhandle game like as far as from an emotional standpoint?
You know, it was a big game for us defensively for sure. We had given up 90-plus to them both times we had played them in the regular season. You know, I just did not think we did a great job against them during the season when we played them either time. We were also missing Trae Bryant, which, you know, gives us just another backcourt guard that can really help us in a lot of different ways. So I thought that helped us give us a little bit extra that game too. But just defensively, you know, holding them to 69, you know, that was our biggest key, is how are we going to guard them. And Elijah did a great job of shooting the basketball the entire tournament. Hit a big shot down the stretch for us too, but I credit our defense more than anything. You know, we had some lapses here and there, but you know, one of our biggest areas of focus was their point guard play, and we held him to 4 points, and he had just come off a 24-point game in the first round against Wayland, and I thought as a group, you know, we switch a lot of ball screens, so that means forwards are on their guards, our guards are on their guards, and so collectively we did such a good job on him. I thought it really affected their offensive performance and ultimately led to us holding them to 69 points. So, you know, I got to really credit our defense for that win. And Elijah hitting shots is always a plus for us. He's done it all year long. Just went through a very short lull as far as missing some, but he's been great and played his role really well all season long, in my opinion.
You had to go on the road in the quarterfinal round at Langston, and I know that's usually a wild atmosphere out there. What was that game like?
You know, when I was shaking the opposing coach, Coach Holt's hand, there wasn't that many people there, and I actually thought, like, all right, you know, this is going to play out in our favor. There's not very many people here today. And then by the end of the game, the band is going, the crowd's there, and I can't even hear myself think. I had to, for the first time all year, I took a timeout offensively just to call a play because I needed to ensure our guys heard what we were trying to communicate to them. So, you know, with like a minute change to go, we take a timeout just to call a set because it was so loud in the gym, the guys can't even hear us calling sets, and which is, you know, we haven't faced all year because in the second half the offense is right in front of you. So, you know, it's a really hostile environment. Again, we played with a lot of effort. Eric Watchery laid out for a loose ball in the first half, and I still won't forget about that because it's something we talked about before the game. Teams that make a run this time of year, those are the plays you see teams make. They lay out for loose balls that they don't even have a chance to get. And I thought Eric Watchery did that in the first half. It sparked us. I thought we took some huge charges. Anthony Davis stepped in and took 3 charges probably by himself in that game. And just those hustle and momentum plays for us were big on the road.
Chris Williams was named the conference newcomer of the year and also the tournament MVP for you guys. How big has he been for you guys this year, and what kind of contributions does he make?
He's been very big as far as a scoring threat for us, and I've been really hard on him this year, and it's no secret. I've said it to you even after games how hard I've been on him as a player, but we have really big expectations for him and several other guys on this team, and you know, he's stepped up and rose to the challenge, and he's had several times that I've felt like he's slipped in leadership, and we've kind of had to jumpstart him back up into doing that, and I think when he's excited and playing like he's excited and he's talking to his team, I think that just elevates our team even more. And then, you know, when he does it, if we can get other guys to do it, I think, you know, it just makes us even more dangerous as a team. But the great thing for us, you know, is, you know, not only do we have him, Trae Bryant's getting healthier and healthier, And I think those two really alleviate some pressure off of each other at times. Chris gets the other team's best defender almost every game, and that ultimately helps Trae out when Trae's on the floor. So now Trae can go get baskets. Well, then when they move that defender to Trae, then because not a lot of teams have just two elite defenders. So I think those two guys have done a really nice job when they've both been healthy of complementing each other, and that's really what we envisioned when we put this team together. And then throw in what Eric McCollum does on the glass, combine Elijah and Anthony Davis, they're able to stretch it and go inside out. I just think our team's so well-rounded, and this time of year, for us to have success, roles really need to be defined, and I think we've done a great job of that with this team.
You look at the team photo with the championship poster on the website, and right in the middle is President Martha Berger. She's been present at a handful of games this year. What does it mean to you and to your team to have the support of the university president like that?
She's been awesome. I can't stress that enough. We were at a span where I think as a team, I felt internally our team felt really down after just a long string of injuries that we were going through in January. And I sent her an email and I said, hey, President Berger, we need some help getting some people to the games tonight. This is the adversity our team's been facing this year with all these injuries, this and that. And she stepped right up, sent an email out to everybody on campus, encouraging people to come to the game. She's there herself, and it was awesome to see her there for the championship game as well. But she's been big time, and a lot of people across campus have been with this team supporting us down the stretch. And I know there for a while, we're sitting around at 8-6. Everybody's kind of wondering what's going on, and unless you're there and seeing, hey, we got 5 guys in sweats, and really our team in sweats probably could have beat our team in jerseys at that time. It's hard to understand what this team went through, and just to see that support from her and from others, our administration has been great, and it just shows now, hey, we're finally getting healthy. I would say this is the healthiest we've been since November, and we're now also getting the best basketball out of this team. So it's just a fun time for our program right now.
SAC is a tough league, not only with the quality teams, but also with the tough schedule. You got lots of games in a short amount of time. How has this league prepared you to maybe make some noise in Kansas City?
Well, there's just no night off. I mean, from top to bottom, every night was a battle for us. Panhandle State, who we beat in the semifinal, they are an 8th place team as far as standings are concerned, but they swept us. So that should tell you top to bottom how good our league is. And I think when you have a league like that and there's no easy games and you're having to play those back-to-backs on Thursday, Saturday, there's been several 3-game weeks. And then because of weather, we added an extra 3-game week. So we're going Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and it's just game after game and short preps, and they're all good teams. I think that's really helped us prepare for this run I hope we're getting ready to make in March, because if we can get past that first game, then it's just a race to the finish line, and whatever team can prepare mentally the best and physically give the effort that you need to make that run. And the beauty of it is in the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen 2 teams in our conference win it. Mid-America Christian won it my very first year here. Texas Wesleyan wins it the next year. So our league has proven it'll test teams in order to make you be ready to make a run. So I think that's the great thing about our conference is you're battle tested, teams are good, and when you get to March, that's all you're going to see is good teams now anyways.
A little bit of a different animal, though, as far as the national tournament is concerned. The national champion will have had to win 5 games in 7 days. Yeah. There's really no format like that in any other sport. What are your thoughts on that format?
I love it. I have a big Division II background, and we made it's the regional tournament's what it's called, but it's the first 3 rounds of the national tournament, and it's played at a host site, which is usually another school that potentially is in our conference. So you get a great national tournament feel in Kansas City. And for small college, and I've said this to anyone that'll listen, for small college, the NAIA National Tournament is the best national championship tournament there is for small college, because it's the 32 best teams in the country. You got 7 days. You need to win 5 games, and it's just survival at that stage. It may not be the best team that wins it. It may be the team that gets the hottest at the right time, but everybody's got the same chance once you get there to win it. And even the seeding, it doesn't matter. It goes 1 through 8 in 4 different brackets to make the 32 teams, and last year 2 8 seeds won it in the first round. So there's so much parity. You don't know really much about all the teams that's there. You just know they're all good. And to me, that's what makes it phenomenal is Kansas City embraces it. The crowds are great. You'll see signs on the street poles when you're walking down, in Kansas City, NAI National Tournament. They get people to come, and it's just a great national tournament feel to that tournament. I'm just glad we got a chance to be part of it again.
And what a time for you and your wife to be expecting your first child right in the middle of things in the national tournament. How are things going on that front?
I'm hoping we see a child here pretty soon, this week or next week. We're due March 24th. The national tournament's the 20th through the 26th, and we just hope for an early arrival at this stage. We don't really have plans on what's going to happen if it gets closer and closer to that date. We're just hoping he's an early arrival at this stage.
All right, that's men's basketball coach Vinay Patel. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.